Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special May the 4th edition of IntyCenter from the Fadeusz Baseball Classic, where we're going to recap this thing, except I can't read through this damn visor. So, much like most things in my life right now, it's a thought that counts. Let's go ahead and get underway, and we'll get started with the bandwagoners and teddy bears, where every city bandwagoners 1950s edition took a 6-0 lead after 3 innings, thanks to a 3-run homer from Ernie Banks that not only makes Cubby cry, but knocks Ed Walsh out of the game. But Teddy Bears got a run back in each of the fourth and fifth innings, and then sent 11 men to the plate in the seventh inning as they scored 6 runs to take the lead. They had an insurance run at the top of the ninth, and Charlie Bender works around 2 walks and gets a game-ending double play from who else? Banks to end the game. After ending the game, Ernie Banks controversially turned to the camera, and if you can read lips, he seemed to say, "Let's play 2 forever. Suck it, heels." We'll see where that leads. Hey, Jim Rice hit a 2-run homer, and Gary Carter followed him with a solo homer. That gives Reseda an early 3-0 lead. But a 2-run homer from Andres Galarraga highlighted a 4-run fourth for the Convicts as they took a 6-4 lead. Daisuke Matsuzaka walks in a run in the bottom of the fourth. That cuts the lead to 6-5. And Mike Schmidt hits a 2-run homer in the sixth to put the free fallers back on top. From there, Terry Forster, Bruce Sutter, and Mariano Rivera keep the Convicts off the board. The free fallers continue to roll. They now sit at 8-1. Larry Walker hit a 2-run homer in the first, doubled to bring in 2 more in the third, and ended up with 5 ribbies in the game. He was a triple short of the cycle. That helps Alarmo get a 10-5 victory over the DeLorean drivers. Carl Hubble dazzled on the mound, getting a complete game. He allows just 1 run on 6 hits. Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Charlie Gehringer, they each homer. And Rumrow runners absolutely demolish Lat Amazings 13-1. A Mike Piazza 2-run homer in the first was answered by a Buck Leonard 3-run homer in the second, and we were tied at 4 between Atlanta leap year lemurs and brand new ball players heading into the fifth. Kenny Lofton drives in Alex Rodriguez in the fifth. That gives the lemurs the lead. They'd add 2 insurance runs in the eighth, and Eddie Guardado works a 1-2-3 ninth for the save as the lemurs down the ball players 7-4. Hey, it was the Aaron Judge show as 3 true outcomes blasted House of the Dragoons 13-4. Judge hit 3 homers, drove in 6 runs, and scored 4 runs. Lou Gehrig went 5 for 5 with a homer, but it wasn't enough for Rumrow runners as they fall 11-6 to the Say Hey Willie Mays Hazes. Willie Mays was a big part of why he went 4 for 5, got 2 homers, and drove in 4 runs. Now, the Lemurs led the Convicts 6-5 heading into the ninth. Eddie Guardado retired the first 2 batters he faced, but a walk to midget compost bin Jose Altuve and a double by Ronald Acuna Jr. led to the decision to intentionally walk Andres Galarraga. The Convicts sent up Maglio Ordonez as a pinch hitter, and he sends a 1-2 pitch 363 feet and into the stands for a grand slam homer. Francisco Rodriguez works a 1-2-3 ninth, and that's a 9-6 win for the Convicts. A 5-run first inning got Teddy Bears off to a great start against Lat Amazings with a 2-run Heine Zimmerman homer and a solo shot from Larry Doyle leading the way. But a Robinson Cano grand slam in the third put Lat Amazings on top 6-5. They never looked back with Jonathan Papelbon striking out Tris Speaker, who was at the plate representing the tying run to end the game and seal a 9-7 win. A 2-run Johnny Mize homer helped to give brand new ball players a 3-0 lead in the fourth, but a Billy Herman error would open the door in the sixth. An Archie Vaughn error later in the same inning would keep the door open, and Miasma would kick that door in, scoring 5 times in the inning to take a 5-3 lead. Toad Ramsey would use a double play to get the save in the ninth inning, and Miasma wins that one 6-5. Honus Wagner was a single away from the cycle. He drove in 4 runs. Remember, the Alarmo takes down House of Dragoons 11-6. We'll move on to the 20th, our final day for this edition of IntyCenter. And let me tell you, we had a shit ton of drama. First, the Rum Row Runners become the first team to clinch a winning record in group play, getting their 9th win, but they don't make it easy on themselves. A 3-run 7th inning put Every City Bandwagoners 1950 edition up 5-3. 2 more in the 8th had Rum Row facing a 7-3 deficit heading into the 9th. But in the 9th, Al Simmons scores on a pass ball, Luke Garrett gets an RBI single, and Jimmy Fox hits a 3-run homer that caps a 5-run inning. That puts Rum Row up 8-7. Red Ruffing works around a leadoff walk. He gets the save. And just like that, the Runners are sitting on 9 wins in group play. Elsewhere, a Joey Votto 3-run homer put Alarmo up 3-1 after 2 innings. A Napoli Joy RBI single in the 6th to make it 4-1. But a 2-run homer from Aaron Judge and a solo homer from Nolan Arenado would tie it up in the bottom of the 6th. Alarmo would score 2 in the 7th to take back the lead, but outcomes would come right back and tie it up in the bottom of the 7th. Josh Donaldson brings the rain with a pinch hit homer in the bottom of the 8th, and Josh Hader strikes out Fred Clark, John McGraw, and Honus Wagner. That makes 5 wins in a row for 3 true outcomes. They win this one 7-6. Miasma Theory would use 3 homers and 5 ribbies from Cleveland's own Big Ed Delahunty. They take a 10-3 lead into the 9th, but the Lemurs go fly out, single, double, strikeout, double, 2-run homer. That one comes from Luis Gonzalez because apparently the Fadus Baseball Classic likes to make people cry. Tim Keefe would come in to try to salvage it, and he would. He retires Frank Thomas to end the game. That gets a 10-7 win for Miasma in a game that had no business being that close. Willie Mays, Joe Morgan, and Dick Allen all homered to give the Say Hey Willie Mays Hayes a 6-3 lead heading into the 9th inning against Lat Amazings. Andrew McCutcheon would open the inning with a single off Tug McGraw, and after a ground out, Manny Ramirez tripled to score McCutcheon. Albert Pujols would score Manny Ramirez on a ground out, and a single from Vlad Guerrero would put the tying run on base. Sammy Sosa, though, would foul out to the shortstop, and the Willies hang on for the win, 6-5. And apparently you can cool off Reseda. 3 homers and 5 runs batted in from the bat of Hank Greenberg helped hand Reseda just their 2nd loss of group play. Harlan Clift also had 3 hits. Jack Morris gives up 6 runs. He exits in the 4th inning, and the Free Fallers take that loss. That's going to do it for IntyCenter this time. May the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Days, everybody. And we'll see you next time for another look around the Fadus Baseball Classic here on IntyCenter.